Hello traders, Chris here from the IncomeTrader.com Futures Trading Room. Today we're going to take a look at the breakout trade. In this case it's a long breakout trade. We're looking to buy the market as it's breaking out to the upside. And we're going to do that with the help of our IncomeTrader Pivot Trend Arrow. The trend arrow is basically going to tell us which way to trade the market. If it's a green up arrow, we're going to look to buy the market. If it's a red down arrow, we're going to look to short the market. So in this case we have a green arrow, so we're only looking to buy. So as a general rule of thumb, follow the arrow. If the arrow is green, buy. If the arrow is red, look to short. Now there's a little bit more to it than that, but let's take a look at our breakout trade to the upside. First thing we need is a green IncomeTrader trend arrow, which we have. The second thing we need is a green IncomeTrader trend. And based on the price bars or stops, in this case it's easier to look at the price bars closest to the arrow. And once we have that, we're simply going to place a buy stop order on top of the price bar that is closed. This one's still forming, it's still fluctuating back and forth. This one is already closed as prices move on to the next period. So we're going to put a buy stop order right here so that as prices come back up in the direction of the trend arrow and the green price bars, we're looking for a fill. And then we're looking for the market to break out and continue to go higher. So that's the strategy here. Once we're filled on the trade entry side, we'll take a look at the trade management side onto the right side. But the whole key here is to trade in the direction of the trend arrow. Always trade in the direction of the trend arrow and have confirmation with the IncomeTrader trend. So green arrow, green price bars. Once we've decided that we want to take a breakout trade, I always go over my little dive acronym. Whether consciously or not, I'm looking at these things. I'm looking at the direction. In this case we have a green arrow, green price bars. I'm going to identify my entry point. That's going to be at the top of the price bar that's already closed. Then I want to verify the trend. And what I do is I normally use one of my other strategies called the KISS setup, which if you haven't seen it, there's a video on that. You can always find that on the IncomeTrader.com Futures homepage and watch the videos for that. But basically it's going to give me trend. I'm looking for the market in this case because I want to buy a breakout trend to the upside. I'm looking for trend on my 5-minute chart to give me a buy signal. And I'm also looking for some volume signals to kind of help me refine or time the entry. When I see a trend to the upside and volume in my favor, I know that as we come through this area, this buy stop's going to be filled, putting me into the market with a market order. I know in all likelihood it's going to continue to go higher. So that's the verify point. A lot of people fail to do that. They fail to identify, is the market trending or is the market in consolidation? Make sure if you want to trade to the upside, the market's actually trending to the upside, not in consolidation or in some kind of range expansion. And the last thing I'll do is I'll execute, or I will adjust my order. Let's say that we continue to go down. Let's say we make another new price bar. Well, then I'll just move my buy stop from here to the top of that bar, waiting for the market to come back up and then fill me. All right, so that's the trade entry point. Now let's look at the trade management part of it on the right side of the screen. Once we're filled, the market comes in and hits my entry order. In this case it would have been the top of this price bar. That was one that was closed. I'll take my stop loss and adjust it to the lower bracket of the current bar range indicator, and then my target, I'll either move it up to an IncomeTrader auto target if there's one nearby. In this case we have a 1-to-1 ratio. So make sure that my risk reward is enough for me to want to take the trade. If I have a little bit of reward and a lot of risk, in other words I have a large stop and a very small target, it's not worth me taking the trade. Alright, with all that said, now let's go ahead and move on to an actual trade example. Okay, here's our price chart of the S&P minis. We're about to do a possible breakout trade to the long side as soon as we have the arrow pointing to the upside and the price bars, which are green, in agreement. Right now we have an arrow to the downside and green price bars, so there is no setup at all. I'm following the arrow, so at this point with the down red arrow, my intentions are to trade the market short. Either I'm expecting the market to continue to break down, and or I'm waiting for this arrow to turn higher in agreement with the income trader trend, the green price bars. So at this point I'm just sitting here waiting. I know I can see the market is trending higher, it's in a retracement, and so at this point all I can really trade is a breakout if we are to continue higher. If we are to continue lower, and there's my confirmation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a buy stop order at the top of the candle that's closed. In this case, we have a candle right here that's closed. This one's still forming, so I put a buy stop order in. As long as I have a green up arrow and green price bars, I'm looking to take the trade long. I'm looking for a breakout trade to the upside. And we're just watching the S&P minis just kind of cycling back and forth as they often do, and we wait in anticipation of a trade. All right, we're filled, so the first thing that we do is we bring our stop loss up to the lower bracket of the current bar range indicator. And then our target, we look to see if there's a target area ahead, like an income trader auto target, and or some other kind of area that we like to exit at. We want to make sure our risk reward is appropriate. At this point we have a 2.5 point stop and a 2.5 point target, so we have a 1-to-1 risk reward. So at this point there's really nothing to do. As long as we have a green arrow and green price bars, we sit on the trade. Nothing's changed. And if you've been trading the E-minis at all, you know that sometimes a trade can take a long time to develop. Breakout trades tend to move a little bit faster than a normal ebb and flow market where it's just slowly grinding higher. So far so good. Just waiting in the trade, nothing to do here except watch. I will adjust the trade if I do see the income trader trend arrow turn down, but other than that, I'm not really looking to do anything at this point. You see we already have a profit going, and we just have to be patient in the trade. So we'll just kind of sit here and watch it. The whole key is to make sure that you have a green up arrow, green price bars. The market's in an uptrend. In other words, you verify that the market's actually trending. It's not chopping back and forth. It's not a range expansion or range consolidation. It's actually trending, making higher highs and higher lows. Alright, now I need to do something with the trade. See how the arrow is turned down? So I'm going to bring my stop up. I don't have to adjust my target, but I would like to adjust my stop loss. And what I'll do is I will tighten it, and I'm going to go ahead and put it at my break-even point now. So worst I can do is break even. Best I can do here, hopefully, is hit our 2.5 point target. All right, now that the arrow has gone back up, I am very happy with the trade. I'm not looking to do anything else. I could put my stop back down to the lower bracket, but typically after I've adjusted my stop, I don't lower it back to where it was. So I'll just go ahead and leave my stop at break even, and we'll see if we get a follow through here to the upside and our target price gets hit. Whole key is to have the green arrow and the green trend bars working together. All right, so there you go. There's our trade for today on the S&P E-minis using the Income Trader Breakout green arrow, green price bars, making sure the market's in an uptrend. Hope you've liked it. If you'd like to see more, please join us at the Income Trader Futures Trading Room. Other than that, have a great rest of the day. Good luck.